As watches and warnings came in the night of May 7th, meteorologists at the National Weather Service, alongside storm teammate, were closely tracking the radar and real-time reports. Here's a closer look at what happens behind the scenes and the race to separate fact from fiction.
We knew that this particular area would be a target, probably for severe weather.
In the days and hours leading up to the Portage tornado, meteorologists at the National Weather Service were prepared for the worst.
We typically already have our staffing in place. We know that the threat is there, and we've already determined who's going to be doing what.
Portage has been a meteorologist at the National Weather Service for decades.
So that's me issuing the initial warning.
The night of May 7th, his role was being a part of the warning team, a team that draws the polygons to issue the actual warnings.
The thing that got my attention about this storm was that it already had a circulation that was very persistent in Van Buren County, which is just west of Kalamazoo County.
Despite only a slight risk in place, level 2 of 5, the environment was favorable for large-scale thunderstorms and supercells. And as a supercell continued to move into Kalamazoo County,
certainly the fact it was hitting a populated area was a real concern.
Once that tornado warning was issued in Kalamazoo County, all eyes shifted to reports to see if, in fact, a tornado was on the ground. Here in the Storm Team 8 Tracking Center, we're able to communicate with the National Weather Service and other meteorologists across the state to see if those reports were confirming a tornado or if it was just radar indicated.
Just heard from our assignment desk downstairs, a scanner reporting a tornado touchdown 6 miles west of Portage near the I-94 corridor. So this is about to move over 131.
An actual touchdown and a possible touchdown are kind of two different things. So, you know, I'm listening for when the police arrive or fire arrive to kind of describe the scene.
Latour was at the assignment desk at Wood TV working to gather reports and determining what was fact.
And then reach out to public safety as well and say, okay, is what I'm hearing, is that actually happening? So it's now become, you know, priority A1 at the desk.
But the challenge is not only getting in contact with those who can confirm these reports.
And folks, we just want to make sure that we're giving you accurate information.
It's sifting through the reports that may be misleading or blatantly false. One example of this.
From Kalamazoo County Emergency Management, we may have the news department have to check in on this potential hit at the FedEx building at Port Road and Stryker Way. A potential partial building collapse there at the FedEx building.
But that initial report was an exaggeration.
So you've got the huge warehouse collapse. Thankfully, I don't think that actually happened, but that's what we had heard.
No fatalities were reported at the facility.
So you have to keep that in mind, that very often the information you're getting is not firsthand. It may have been passed along, and you may be getting it third hand or fourth hand, and so things can sometimes get lost in translation or misheard or misrepresented.
As the sun rose on May 8th, the National Weather Service sent crews out to survey the damage. A vital step, confirming for certain which of the calls that came in that night were fact and which were thankfully fiction, kicked up by the winds of a powerful EF2 tornado. Sarah Flynn, News 8.
While the report of the collapse at the FedEx building was inaccurate, that building was still heavily damaged.
Yes, FedEx facility, our building's been hit by tornado.
Okay. Are you in it?
Yes.
Okay.
There's probably 30 to 40 people here.
That was part of a 911 call from a worker inside that facility at the time of the tornado. We asked FedEx about the damage to that facility and the company's recovery efforts. In a statement to Wood TV, spokesperson Adam Snyder said, quote, "We continue to provide the excellent service level expected in the Portage, Michigan area. The building, heavily damaged in the May 2024 tornado, remains under construction, with completion expected in late summer. We are utilizing a temporary facility in Battle Creek and a portion of the safe, usable space inside the Portage facility to process volume for the area."